Saturday afternoon, actually evening, and it was a really nice day today. We had a nice fall day. Got pretty warm out today. So, been doing a lot of work today, as you can see, but not on my own truck. Meant to make a video this morning, but this morning went out to the shop. Took Christine out to the shop, put her on the lift, drained out the liquid that was in the rear end and put some fresh gear oil and Lucas in there. Got it all topped off and went and checked everything underneath. Everything's looking good. As good as it can be for being, you know, 50-year-old truck. And my dad's boss ended up stopping by and he was going to do some work on his truck, so we helped him. We put new wheel cylinders on the rear and tacked the bearings up on the front, and just kind of did an overall inspection on it, and that took quite a while. We didn't get home till probably 2:30, 3 o'clock, and so I decided I'd do some color sanding on the back of this cab because I wasn't too happy with how it came out. And as you can see, it's a little better. Went ahead and repainted, and still got some peel. As you can see, it looks a lot worse in the camera. I don't know why. I'll get back a little ways. That's kind of, but I'm just gonna leave it. You know, for the bottom of the cab, it's good enough. It's got probably 2 full cups of primer and at least 2 full cups of paint on there, so that's plenty thick, and I'm going to call that good. For the bottom of the cab, I say it looks just fine because, you know, I'm not going to be spending my time looking underneath, and those who do undercoating, you know, this kind of just looks like undercoating with some clear coat on it, so I'm just going to call it good. You know, there's only so much I can do. I did some color sanding in one spot, and you can actually see I kind of missed a little bit of, it's kind of a little glare in there. I might have to touch that up. And it helped, but it really didn't make too much of a difference. So I'm looking into a better spray gun because I think the one I have is just junk. Sprays primer really good. As you can see up inside the roof panel, that primer came out like almost like, you know, for being epoxy, that stuff came out super smooth. So I don't get why the paint wasn't coming out right, but I don't know. Anyway, so that's the deal there. I've got Christine sitting there next to Two-Tone. Haven't pulled Two-Tone out of the shop for a while, so figured it was time. I did actually pull her out last night and swept the floors, but I wanted to pull her out today and get her out in the sun for a bit, or a little late now, but get her out in the weather, get a breath of fresh air. Sorry about that, trying to get a different, there we go, better mounting. And anyway, well, let's see if I can show you guys some stuff in the light here that you may have not seen too well before. Carburetor is on. Not mounted, but it's on. I'll go back here, put this here. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. So we got the carburetor on, got the fuel line routed. This was my idea about having the fuel line routed behind the motor, so when you're looking at it, there's not this hose running up front, and it makes a much cleaner look. And when you're looking at it from back here, you know, you can see it, but once the cab's on there, it'll be dark enough to where you won't be able to really see the hose because it's the same color as the motor, so it blends in pretty well. Here you can see I just ran it back here, ran it down, and then ran it here, and then changed the color, and it's running up, and it stops up there. And what I'm going to do is run it, get another piece, run it through here, and then mount my fuel pump right in this general area, and then the hose is going to run up top to my tank, which is going to be back here. So we'll see how that goes. I do need to get my tank on order still. Life's kind of gotten in the way, bills have gotten in the way, and all that wonderful stuff, so haven't ordered any parts lately. I'm hoping to order parts within the next couple weeks, and when we do, we'll definitely have some updates on two-tone. But for now, I'm going to try and hopefully the weather doesn't get too cold. Going to try and do some more priming on the cab. I'm going to let that paint cure for about a week or so, and then I'm going to actually get the underneath of the dash done. That's just going to get rattle canned, and I'm just going to put that in Rust-Oleum paint and get that all sealed up, and we'll be done. Then I'm going to flip the cab where it should be and keep working on it. So anyway, here's just kind of a view again. Starting slowly but surely. Anyway, with the sway bar, what I ended up having to do, and I meant to show this to you guys, I had to lower it down to here, and then I had to make some spacing blocks. Whether these are going to work or not, I'm not sure. It might actually bump into that now. If they do, then I just have to raise the front of the sway bar up just a little bit, and we'll be okay. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, gotta sit and play with it, so that's what we're doing. But, still say that's a purty motor. I can't wait to get in between the fins on that air cleaner painted up. It's going to match really nice. I wanted to get in between these painted, but I don't think I'm going to go that far. So, anyway, yep, lots to do, but making good progress. You know, it's slow, but like I said, I want to do it as good as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, if this truck was going to be perfect, then I still wouldn't even be done with the frame. I'd still be sanding on it, so I'd have a perfect frame, but there's some things in life that, you know, just can't have them perfect. As long as you got a pretty motor, you're fine. But anyway, that's about it for today, guys. I'm not going to be doing much tomorrow, the trucks, because I'm going to be gone. But I got a lot further than I expected today on this. So, bottom of the cab is done, and just going to start working on the bottom of the dash. And once the bottom of the dash is done, we'll stand the cab right side up and start working on the firewall and the roof and everywhere else, and hopefully at the same time be working on getting parts for this frame, finishing the fuel line, getting the fuel tank mounted, and I need to modify my air cleaner a little bit, and then I'm going to have a friend of mine brush paint in between the fins, so we'll see how that works, and then hopefully get this drive shaft shortened down. I've been wanting to do that, and get that mounted up. So, alrighty, well, hope you all had a good weekend, and by the way, 1963 Impala two-door, what you gonna name the new GMC? Christine kinda wants to know, you know, who this new family member is. She's wondering if she's possibly related. So, anyway, talk to y'all later. See ya.